IncGamers Plays.
Hello everybody and welcome to another IncGamers Plays, or in this case doesn't play but does play around with the Far Cry 3 map editor. Now, some of you may have seen this on the consoles, and it's a little bit fiddlier to use on the consoles, obviously because you're restricted by the controller. But we're going to have a look at the PC version of the map editor, which I have to say is pretty impressive. Now, before I get started, I'm going to make this quite brief because I'm absolutely useless at making maps. So, first of all, we're going to zoom right out. Now, I've also generated a tropical island, and as you can see, we can see the map zone, and the map zone here is the blue line around the outside, which is surrounded by water. Now, what's really cool about this map editor is you can basically do anything with the terrain, drop in creatures, drop in anything that you see in the game, objects. It's just going to be endless what you can do with this. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun for anyone who has any skill at this at all, and that certainly isn't me. So we'll have a look at things like the terrain bump first of all. Now you can see my big radius circle here, which is pretty large, and you can see that I'm raising the terrain ever so slightly, and we can turn the radius on that down and then just take a small bit. There we go. Some good cover there. Now we can also flatten the terrain back down. And we can even smooth it around the edges just to make it look a little bit better. So the terrain is really flexible what you can do. For example, over here, if I raise the terrain, if I bring the radius right up again, you can see it popping out the water there. Lovely. Now, obviously, we don't want everything beach, so there's lots of things you can do with regards to what objects you're putting down when it comes to things like jungle and coastline and so on. So if you double click one of these, you can see there's a whole load of options of different types of terrain that can go down. So let's have a look at medium cannabis, just because that's a bit of a laugh. There you go. Now you can see that I've actually planted all these here. Amazing. Won't make much fun in deathmatch, I'm sure, but let's have another look what else we got. So let's put some low coastline. Now I can actually just go over the top of the plants that I put down. If we zoom right in, you can see the edge of the other plants that I just put down a second ago. So yeah, it's all looking a bit dull really. So what we'll do is get some more of the high coastline plants in. I'll just take that down so you can see. There you go. Blonk, blonk, blonk. Ta-da! Excellent stuff. Now, there are all sorts of options, and I'm not going to mess about with them too much because I'll really cock this up. So, for example, you can put down different types of roads. So you can see all the different types here. So let's take an asphalt road. Now what it does is it draws points along the path that you drag across the map. So you can see it there has now been placed in. And you can move the points around too if you get it wrong. So it's really, really flexible what you can do with this. Now, one of the other things that we want to have a look at, obviously, is, if I can find it, is objects. So, for example, if you look at the menu here, there's just so much you can add. Everything from furniture, vehicles, nature elements, lighting, crates, corpses, bridges, you name it, it's all in here. I'm going to have a look at airport just for the hell of it. So there's an airstrip. Now you can see that I could place an airstrip down here if it lets me. Oh, I've put two down. So you can actually control Z as well. That looks an absolute mess, but never mind. And we'll have a look back and get a radio tower. Now you can see all the different elements that make up the radio towers in the game. I'm assuming you're going to have to piece all these together, which is going to be kind of tricky. So you can see there, trying to join a platform up across the radio tower. So you can build anything that you want, really. It's quite impressive. Now, if I can find it. This menu, it's a nightmare. And you see here also, actually, while I've clicked into it, you can see spawn points. So we've got a house, doctor's house, which you'll come across in the game. There we go. Let's plonk that down. Yeah, this is not going to win any huge map prizes, that's for sure. Rock objects. And some of the static vehicles. So I'm just going to have a look and just see actually what this looks like in game. So you can go up the top and you can go test in game. So I'm going to do that now. Patong. So let's see what mess I've created. And there's the airstrip hanging over the road brilliantly. And there's the car I put down. The rocks, and of course the doctor's house. Now, what's really cool is I've actually gone inside the house. I can't get over that, never mind. So I'll just shoot down the stairs. And my stupid looking airstrip. So, to get back to the editor, you just simply hit escape. It's that simple. So yeah, airstrip, not good. But why not, let's dump some creatures down. So we'll take a bear. Yep. This feature requires enabling AI data generation in the map properties. Do you wish to enable? Well, why the hell not? And there he is. So there's tons of wildlife to search through, and these are obviously all the land-based guys. So just put the monkey down, and a snake, and let's see what else we got, and a tiger. Let's put loads of tigers down, just for the heck of it. Now, it's obviously aquatic wildlife too. And I'm going to have a shark there, which is ridiculous, but why the hell not? Because we can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull right out, just going to move away, and let's have a look at it, see what happens when we test this in game. So back at the house, now you can hear, oh, attacking sharks, attacking land sharks, not good. I'm gonna leg it. There they go, look, they can see, I'm not sure where they're going. I think they're after the monkey. And there they go, ta-da! So yeah, we won't mess with them. But if we go back out here, you can see that the AI on the creatures is kicked in, and I'm in big trouble. Oh dear, not good. Yeah, brilliant. So there you go. I mean, that's a really basic overview. Oh, one thing actually I want to show you before I disappear is the actual ability to change the weather conditions, which is really nice. So if we have a look at the storm factors, we can actually make it more stormy. Now we can change the cloud type too. So we'll turn the storm off. And you can see the clouds actually changing too. So you can make it as tropical as you want, or not as tropical as you want. There you go, it's all gone now. So we'll just change the clouds again, and there you go. And there's also a time factor bar, so you can see what your map's going to look like at different points in the day, which is very, very cool. So you can make it all dusky like that. That's apparently 5:30. So I'm going to go back in the game again, test in game. Well, he's running, and I think, well, let's see how many of these. Oh, we're on the way. Yeah, wasn't going to get out of that one alive. So that's a really brief introduction. I mean, you can also start a completely empty map. We won't say this because it's a complete disaster. But if you start with an empty map, that's what you're presented with. And again, you can just mess with the terrain, bring it up, and so on. Very, very, very simple to use. Like I say, I'm absolutely useless at this kind of stuff. There's all kinds of things that you can do with AI and so on, and it's going to be an absolute hoot for people that are really, really into this stuff. What I'll do is I'll do a new generated map. I won't say that one. And we'll do a mainland highlands one, because they look quite different from the tropical one that I showed you first of all. So there we go, in the jungle. And what I'm going to do is zoom right out again, and you can see how the map's been generated. Probably not particularly useful if you're going to create a deathmatch map or something like that, but you can get a good idea of what is possible, including adding all the textures and stuff to the cliff faces. So that's just a very basic overview of the Far Cry 3 map editor, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next IncGamers Plays. Cheers, bye for now.
IncGamers Plays.